Welcome back to the Forerunners. In the previous video, we saw what the life of a trek leader is like. All the glamour and adventure we see on the outside is just one part of the job, and that is a very small part. When you look deeper, trek leaders wear multiple hats. They are the medics and the rescuers. They are the entertainers and the decision makers. To put it simply, they form the backbone of the entire trekking team. Which makes you wonder, how does one become a trek leader? Is a mountaineering course certification enough? At Bickert Adventures, we believe a trek leader cannot be made overnight. It takes years and years of training, practice, and experience to become one, which is why we invest enormously in our trek leaders. In fact, did you know even hiring one trek leader takes us 6 long months? Our process starts with a basic interview round where we get to know the person. This is followed by a technical round known as the Adventure Professional Workshop. The Adventure Professional Workshop is a one-day affair where we meet the applicants in person and pose situation-based questions to them. These questions are often inspired from crisis management instances that have cropped up in the past on our trails. Based on one's performance in the Adventure Professional Workshop, an applicant is then sent on a test assignment with one of our senior trek leaders. This assignment is paid and is instrumental in helping us gain better insights into how one approaches on-field work. This test assignment is then followed by a couple of more field assignments, which are chosen based on the kind of challenges they can offer in terms of weather, terrain, group sizes, and participants' experience levels. Feedback is then collected from our senior trek leaders, local staff members, and participants to assess the applicant's performance on field. If it is found to be satisfactory, the applicant is then hired as a trek leader. So why do we need such a lengthy hiring process? To be able to think on the feet and make wise decisions on the go is the primary quality needed to become a good trek leader. And this is a skill that only comes with extensive exposure, experience, and practice, which is why we need to run our candidates through several on-field tests before making a decision about them. But hiring the right candidates is only the tip of the iceberg. The bigger work happens after this, which is to train our trek leaders to handle the challenges one encounters on field. Back in 2016, the operations team at Bickert Adventures sat down and identified all the risks that one can run into while trekking on any of the trails in our portfolio. We then correlated these risks with what was taught in a mountaineering course. This helped us identify roughly 12 to 13 areas of knowledge gap that are important to handle the itineraries in our portfolio capably. For example, no institute in India teaches flash flood emergency procedures or handling of forest fires. Similarly, avalanche rescue and navigation is not taught in any of the basic mountaineering courses. So in 2017, after a lot of planning and research, we designed a specialized training program to give trek leaders the essential skill set they need to handle all the risks that one could run into on our trails.
Basically, we are in a very different situation in India. The altitudes are so high here, just imagine a scenario if you are going to Kalindi Khal, say, like it's 70,000, 80,000 feet, and you have to rescue somebody from the base, it's already at 16,000 feet. Most of the choppers, either they don't have a landing place there or they cannot hover at those altitudes. So keeping all these things in mind, it is very, very important that the trek leaders that we have should be able to make sound judgment in all the situations under any circumstances. It's a high pressure job, to be very frank. You have to take care of the logistics as well as there are lives in your hands. So we spend around 30 days in a year on trainings itself. Because if you look at most of the countries, like say in Europe, it takes 6 years to be a mountain guide, UIA certified mountain guide. And since the trek leading industry or this industry in particular where trek leaders came in, it's not that older. We are in a very nascent stage as of now, but we are evolving the curriculum so that we can be as good as the Europeans when it comes to being a mountain guide.
At Bikut Adventures, we want our trek leaders to be on par with the leaders around the world. After all, our country is home to the most coveted range in mountaineering. Our vision is to build a fastidious system that allows trek leaders to become full-fledged expedition leaders. According to this, it would take 5 years for a trek leader to build all the skills necessary to independently lead mountaineering expeditions at Bikut Adventures. This is one of the biggest perks of beginning a career in trek leading with us. We invest enormously in the research and training process of our trek and expedition leaders, which makes you wonder, what is the life of a trek leader like at Bikut Adventures? Stay tuned, because that is exactly what we are going to show you in the next video of ours.